Hey, future chemical production superstars. Nervous about that big interview for chemical production manager.
Today, we're diving deep into RoleCatcher's treasure trove of insights to help you absolutely crush it.
We're not just talking about acing those technical questions.
We're going to reveal what interviewers are truly seeking and how to demonstrate your expertise like a seasoned pro.
Okay, let's break it down.
The RoleCatcher Career Guide paints a dynamic picture of this role. It's not just about overseeing production.
It's about being a leader, a safety advocate, and an environmental champion all rolled into one.
What's captivating about this role is its sheer breadth.
You're orchestrating teams, optimizing resources, and staying ahead of the curve in a field that's constantly evolving.
And let's not forget the perks.
That high earning potential certainly caught my eye. But hey, it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
The guide also mentions stress, long hours, and ever-changing regulations. It's a good reminder that leadership comes with its own set of challenges. But those challenges are often what make this career so rewarding. You're directly contributing to products that touch every aspect of our lives, from the clothes we wear to the medicines we rely on.
Okay, so let's dive into the interview hot seat with some real-deal questions from RoleCatcher's interview guide.
We're going to dissect each question, revealing the interviewer's hidden motives and equipping you with strategies to deliver those mic drop answers.
First up, a classic. Walk me through your experience with chemical production. It sounds simple.
But I'm guessing there's more to it than meets the eye.
You're spot on.
This is your opportunity to showcase the depth and breadth of your experience, not just rattle off a list of job titles.
Interviewers crave specifics. They want to hear about the projects you spearheaded, the challenges you conquered, and the tangible results you delivered. Think of it as breathing life into your resume.
So instead of saying, I was responsible for production at XYZ company, you'd want to
Paint a vivid picture.
let's say you spearheaded a project that boosted efficiency by implementing a new process. That's music to an interviewer's ears. Describe the problem you were tackling, the steps you took, and the quantifiable impact you achieved.
Did you reduce waste? Shorten production time? Those are the golden nuggets they're looking for.
Now let's say the interviewer throws a curveball.
They ask, that's impressive. But tell me more about the obstacles you encountered during that process improvement project.
Yeah.
How did you overcome them?
That's where your preparation pays off.
They're digging deeper to assess your problem-solving prowess and your ability to think on your feet.
Be ready to discuss the roadblocks, how you navigated them, and the valuable lessons you learned along the way.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI feedback can be a game changer.
Absolutely.
Think of it as having a virtual mentor in your back pocket. You can practice your answers and get personalized feedback tailored to the specific role and company you're interviewing for.
Okay, moving on to question 2. What is your experience with regulatory compliance in chemical production?
This one sounds like a potential minefield.
You're not wrong.
The chemical industry is heavily regulated, and interviewers need to know that you take compliance seriously.
So no vague answers here. What's the best way to tackle this one?
Specificity is key.
Mention the specific regulations you've dealt with, such as OSHA standards, EPA guidelines, or perhaps even ISO certifications.
Even better, illustrate your point with a real-world scenario.
Did you ever have to ensure compliance on a project, maybe by implementing new safety protocols or spearheading a waste reduction initiative?
So it's not just about knowing the rules.
It's about demonstrating that you live and breathe them.
Exactly.
It shows a proactive mindset and a commitment to safety and environmental responsibility, which are non-negotiables in this industry.
All right, let's tackle a question that's sure to resonate with experienced managers. What strategies have you implemented to improve production efficiency in chemical manufacturing?
This question is all about showcasing your problem-solving and analytical skills.
They want to see that you can pinpoint bottlenecks, streamline processes, and ultimately boost that bottom line.
So how do you craft an answer that doesn't sound like every other candidate's?
Think back to a time when you made a real difference.
Maybe you implemented lean manufacturing principles to eliminate waste, optimized a production schedule using data analysis, or even something as simple as improving communication between shifts to prevent costly errors.
I bet those juicy details are crucial here.
You nailed it.
Don't just say you implemented lean manufacturing.
Explain which principles you applied, how you tailored them to your specific context, and what measurable results you achieved. Did you reduce lead times, increase output? Those are the metrics that will make your accomplishments starkle.
I'm already anticipating follow-up questions.
They might ask, that's impressive.
Yeah.
How did you get buy-in from your team to implement those changes?
That's a fantastic observation.
They're assessing your leadership and communication skills.
Be prepared to share how you involved your team, addressed concerns, and ensured everyone was on board with the changes, especially if they involved a significant shift in processes or responsibilities.
This is why we love these deep dives. We're not just giving you the answers.
We're helping you understand the why behind them so you can confidently field any curveball they throw your way.
Speaking of curveballs, let's take a look at another one.
Speaking of curveballs, let's dive into one that often trips candidates up.
This next question shifts from the technical to the personal. Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a complex production issue?
The dreaded tell me about a time question.
They seem straightforward, but I can feel the pressure rising already.
It's all about showcasing your analytical thinking and problem-solving process in action.
Remember, interviewers want to see your thought process in action, not just the outcome.
So how do we structure a response that hits all the right notes?
Imagine this. You're in the hot seat.
And the interviewer's eyes are on you.
Start by setting the scene. Briefly describe a challenging production issue you encountered, emphasizing its potential impact.
Were production targets at risk? Was there a chance of exceeding safety limits? Really highlight the stakes.
Okay, got it. Drama first, then details.
Precisely.
Then walk them through your approach step by step. How did you gather information? What diagnostic tools did you use?
Did you analyze data from the DCS or PLC systems? Did you consider simulations using process simulation software?
So this is where those technical details we discussed earlier come into play.
Absolutely.
The interviewer wants to see your mastery of the technical aspects.
Then explain your solution. Did you adjust process parameters, recalibrate instruments?
Implement a temporary workaround while a permanent fix was developed. Finally, don't forget to emphasize the positive outcome.
Did you bring production back online ahead of schedule? Did you prevent a potential safety hazard? Make those accomplishments shine.
Okay, so drama details and a dash of triumph.
But I bet the interviewer isn't done yet.
What kind of follow-up questions could they hit us with?
A savvy interviewer might ask,
Looking back, would you have done anything differently? This isn't about highlighting mistakes.
showing you're open to reflection and continuous improvement? Or they might probe your communication skills with,
How did you communicate the issue and resolution to stakeholders? Remember, clear communication.
especially in a crisis, is crucial for a leader.
It's almost like they want a masterclass in problem-solving, communication, A&D leadership, all wrapped up in one neat anecdote.
You catching on?
Now let's transition from tackling technical issues to leading a team.
This next question throws us right into the heart of people management. What experience do you have in managing a team in a chemical production environment?
Okay, so it's time to shift gears from technical expertise to leadership prowess.
This is where we showcase our ability to not only manage but also inspire a team, right?
Precisely.
And it's especially critical in the chemical industry, where safety and precision are paramount.
Interviewers want to know you can motivate a team to achieve production targets while maintaining a laser focus on safety and compliance.
So it's not enough to simply say, I've managed teams of X number of people.
We need to go deeper, share those inspiring leadership stories.
Exactly.
Think of a time when you coached a struggling employee to success.
Navigated conflicts between team members or fostered a culture of open communication and continuous improvement. How did you empower your team to take ownership and contribute their best work?
This is where those behavioral interview questions come into play, right?
The ones that ask you to describe a time when...
It's all about showing, not just telling.
Absolutely.
Remember, stories stick. Share a compelling anecdote that demonstrates your leadership style and its positive impact on your team and the company.
Now, I'm curious.
What are some common follow-up questions they might ask to dig deeper into our leadership style?
They might ask,
How would you describe your management style? Be prepared to articulate your approach.
whether it's collaborative results-oriented or perhaps a blend of different styles.
But whatever you do, make sure your answer aligns with the company's culture.
Do your research beforehand to see if they value teamwork, individual initiative, or a hierarchical structure.
So it's like that dating advice. Be yourself, but also be the best version of yourself for this particular situation.
Precisely.
Now let's switch gears from managing people to managing resources.
Specifically, budgets. Question 7 asks, can you describe your experience with managing a budget in a chemical production setting?
The dreaded budget question. I can already feel my palms getting sweaty.
Now, sweat it.
This is your chance to demonstrate that you're not just a technical whiz, but also financially savvy,
Yeah.
that you understand the business side of production.
Okay, so how do we strike that balance between showcasing our financial acumen without getting bogged down in spreadsheets and jargon?
Focus on the big picture.
Have you ever had to create a budget from scratch, track expenses or music, to every manager's ears identify cost-saving measures?
So maybe a time when we streamlined a procurement process, negotiated favorable contracts with suppliers.
Or even implemented energy-saving measures to reduce overhead costs?
Now you're thinking like a CFO.
Those are fantastic examples that demonstrate your understanding of financial implications within a production setting.
Remember to quantify your accomplishments. Did you bring a project in under budget? Reduce expenses by a certain percentage? Those details will make your accomplishments stand out.
Numbers speak volumes, don't they?
Yeah, I'm already anticipating those tricky follow-up questions.
They might ask, how would you handle a situation where you had to make budget cuts?
How would you prioritize?
That's a tough one.
But also an opportunity to demonstrate your strategic thinking and leadership skills.
Would you reduce overtime, renegotiate contracts, or perhaps delay non-essential maintenance?
There's no right or wrong answer, but your response should reflect careful consideration of the company's priorities and a commitment to finding the most efficient and least disruptive solutions.
It's about showing that we can make those tough decisions and navigate those complex financial waters.
Speaking of navigating, let's move on to a question that's all about navigating the ever-evolving world of technology. This next question is all about staying ahead of the curve. What experience do you have with implementing new technologies in chemical production?
This is where you transform from a manager into a visionary leader.
It's about showcasing your passion for innovation and your ability to leverage cutting-edge technologies to optimize production.
So it's not enough to just name drop the latest buzzwords like AI or automation.
We need to demonstrate a deep understanding of how these technologies integrate with chemical production processes.
Exactly. Think about your experiences with advanced process control systems like DCS and PLCs.
Have you implemented statistical process control or model predictive control to optimize production parameters?
What about your experience with simulation software for process design and optimization?
And let's not forget about data analytics. Have you used data to identify bottlenecks, improve efficiency, or enhance safety?
Wow, you just took us from 0 to 60 on the tech highway.
It's clear that staying updated on these advancements is crucial for any aspiring chemical production manager, but let's not forget about the human element.
This next question takes us back to the heart of leadership. Can you describe your experience with fostering a culture of continuous improvement?
This question is all about showcasing your ability to inspire a mindset of ongoing growth and development within your team.
It's not just about fixing problems.
It's about creating a culture where everyone is empowered to identify areas for improvement and contribute to positive change.
So it's about creating a workplace where innovation and continuous learning are celebrated and rewarded.
How do we demonstrate that we've successfully cultivated this kind of environment?
Think about specific initiatives you've spearheaded. Have you implemented Lean Six Sigma methodologies to streamline processes and reduce waste?
Have you conducted Kaizen events to encourage team-based problem solving?
Have you fostered a culture where employees feel comfortable sharing ideas for improvement, no matter how small?
It's about creating a space where every voice is heard and every idea is given a chance to blossom.
And I imagine this ties back to those leadership qualities we discussed earlier, like communication, collaboration, and empowering our team.
Exactly. It's about weaving those threads together to create a tapestry of continuous improvement.
And don't forget to share the tangible results of your efforts. Did your initiatives lead to reduced defects? Shorter lead times?
Improved employee morale. Those are the metrics that demonstrate the real-world impact of your leadership.
It's all about connecting the dots for the interviewer. And speaking of connecting the dots, let's shift gears to a topic that's absolutely critical in the chemical industry: safety.
This next question is a big one. Can you describe your experience with safety management in a chemical production environment?
This is where you demonstrate your unwavering commitment to maintaining a safe and healthy work environment for your team and the surrounding community.
This isn't just about ticking boxes and following protocols.
It's about living and breeding a safety-first mindset.
It's about making safety an integral part of the company's DNA.
But how do we effectively convey this commitment during an interview?
It's all about showcasing your proactive approach to safety management.
Have you developed and implemented safety programs or protocols?
Have you conducted safety training or workshops?
Have you championed initiatives to improve workplace ergonomics or reduce the risk of hazardous exposures?
It sounds like we need to demonstrate that we're not just passively adhering to regulations, but actively seeking ways to enhance safety at every level.
Precisely. And this is another fantastic opportunity to share those powerful anecdotes.
Tell them about a time when you identified and mitigated a potential safety hazard, or when your proactive approach prevented a workplace accident.
Those stories will resonate far more powerfully than simply stating your commitment to safety.
It's about showcasing our ability to not only manage risks, but to inspire a culture of safety consciousness within our team. And speaking of inspiration, let's take a moment to talk about how RoleCatcher can be a source of inspiration and support throughout your job search.
Think of RoleCatcher as your secret weapon in the competitive world of job hunting.
Its AI-powered tools can help you craft the perfect resume ace, those tricky interview questions, and gain a competitive edge.
I'm particularly intrigued by RoleCatcher's CV and Resume Builder.
It's like having a team of expert resume writers at your fingertips, helping you tailor your application to the specific requirements of each job.
It's not just about making your resume look good.
It's about making it stand out to those applicant tracking systems, ATS, that many companies use.
RoleCatcher's AI identifies keywords and phrases from the job description and helps you seamlessly weave them into your resume.
Increasing your chances of getting noticed.
So it's like having a secret decoder ring for the ATS, helping your application rise to the top of the pile.
Precisely.
And let's not forget about RoleCatcher's vast library of interview questions and AI-powered feedback.
You can practice your answers to common interview questions, receive personalized feedback on your delivery and content,
And even get tips on body language and presentation skills.
It's like having a personal interview coach available 24/7 guiding you towards success.
Absolutely.
And the best part is that RoleCatcher is constantly evolving, adding new features and resources to help you stay ahead of the curve in your job search.
So to our listeners, I encourage you to check out RoleCatcher and explore all that it has to offer.
It's an invaluable resource for anyone navigating the world of job hunting, especially in a dynamic field like chemical production.
And as you embark on this exciting journey, remember that knowledge is power.
Stay curious, stay informed, and never stop learning.
And don't forget to celebrate your accomplishments along the way.
Until next time, best of luck in your job search.